Good morning. Welcome back to my eBay shop. Today it's Wednesday morning, May 21st. Last night I recorded a video of packing up a few orders, and that footage was, when I went to edit, was deteriorated. Something happened where the audio and the video were out of sync with each other, and so I wasn't able to use that. So I recorded a second video just talking to the camera, telling you about what I sold, which is what I'm going to do this morning. And for some reason, when I went to edit that video, it had been truncated, shortened down to only 5 seconds long. So something's going on with this camera, or something's going on with user error, which is certainly possible. Anyway, I'm going to quickly go through everything that sold yesterday and let you know how much profit I made on those things. So let's go to it. Let's just get to it. So I have to get to work pretty quickly. It's already 8:20. I'm supposed to be at work at 9. So this might be the first day since I've started doing this where I miss a scheduled video. I usually try to do one video a day, but I don't think I'm going to make it. I don't think I'm going to be able to edit this, get it exported, and then upload it to YouTube in time for a 2 o'clock scheduled post, which is what I've been doing. So maybe you'll see this tomorrow. Maybe we'll get on a slightly different schedule after this. We'll see. Okay, so as far as sales, yesterday I sold 5 items, and then something sold overnight. So I'll package that up right now, and we'll see that in a minute. But let's start with yesterday's sales. So I sold, I'm going to just put photos up on the corner here so you can see what sold. So I sold this thing, some sort of IT equipment. It's a Cisco Gigabit Max PoE managed switch, rack mounted. I don't know exactly what this kind of stuff is, but I got this from a surplus auction from a public library in February. It didn't get listed until April 12th, and then it sold on May 20th. So I paid $28 for this. I got 2 of them, paid $28 each, and it sold for $85.99. There was no shipping involved because this was a local pickup. So I met a guy last night after work, handed it off, and all went well. So that's pretty rare for me to do those local pickups. I think this is only the 3rd one I've done. They have been fine. You know, the other 2 I did were fine. This one, the guy showed up. I told him I could be there after 6, and he showed up where we were going to meet at 5:35. So I had to kind of rush to get, I worked until 5:30, so I had to rush to get to him so he wasn't waiting too long. But a little bit annoying, but not that big of a deal. So in the end, I made $49.55 on that item. Then I sold this little Rubbermaid garbage can. It's like a miniature version of a Brute garbage can that Rubbermaid makes. I just posted that the day before. It only took 1 day to sell. And I see those things quite a bit, and I never really paid much attention to them, but they're like salesman promotional items that they leave with businesses, so you can put your pens and pencils in there. And then when you're looking to buy a garbage can, you have an example of one right in front of you to think about buying. So I bought that for $1/4 at a yard sale, and I sold it for $17.99, and that ended up, after shipping and fees, making a profit of $16.40. If that had the lid on it, they usually have a garbage can lid. It's probably worth more like $25 or maybe a little bit more. So keep your eye out for those. Those are pretty good items. Okay, the next thing I sold was a little salad plate. It's in the form of like a cabbage leaf. This is by a company called Bordeo Pinheiro, something like that. It's a Portuguese company. They make tons of these types of plates that are cabbage based. Not just plates, but also bowls, serving bowls, any kind of table stuff you can think of. So dinnerware, like teapots, big tureens, salt and pepper shakers. And they make it in a ton of different colors. And I just think I happened upon one that was one of the more rare colors. It's a light green color. I could not find a single example of one that had sold or is currently listed on eBay in this particular color. But there were some yellow ones that had been sold, and they seemed to be, maybe this one is more rare than the yellow. Maybe it's not, I'm not sure, but I priced it around what the yellow one sold for. This is a small plate, like a 7-inch salad plate. And I had listed it for like $54.99, I think. And I got an offer for $47. So I could, since I had only had it listed for one day, I probably could have held off a little bit and gotten a full price for it. But I only paid $3.30 for it at the thrift store, and didn't seem like it would be like, you know, to make an extra $6, it's fine. 47 bucks out of 3 is pretty good. So yeah, it sold the same day I listed it. I listed it on 520, sold it on 520. So pretty good. Yeah, like I said, I paid $3 for it, sold it for 47 after fees and taxes and, well, fees and shipping label. I made $37.50 on that. Okay, next thing up was a double order. This went 2 items going out to the same buyer, and they were replacement game pieces for a game called NFL Showdown. I got this at the Goodwill bins, which I don't go there very often, but I happened to be in the neighborhood, so I stopped in there and I bought this board game along with a bunch of other stuff. That game, if it had been complete, would be selling for like $40 or $50, but it was not complete. Once I got it home and I opened it up, I counted the pieces and it was not complete, so I just selling the replacement parts for it. Not for very much, you know, they're pretty inexpensive, but trying to get my money back on this deal. And I'm sure I'm already in the profit on it. I think I probably paid, well, for each of these items, I paid 40 cents. That's how I averaged it out. So I probably paid $2 or something for the whole game. So it's some dice and some cardboard footballs, and they sold together in one order. For some reason, eBay put this in one order. Like, it never even showed me as separate orders, where just the previous day I sold 4 items to the same buyer, and those were all separate orders, and it was confusing to me. I actually packaged those things up separately without realizing that they were going to the same buyer, because I could have saved her and myself some money if I had packaged them all in one box. But by the time I realized it was the same buyer, it was a little bit too late to do that. Anyway, I'm not sure why eBay shows sometimes it's one order, sometimes it's 2 orders, sometimes they're separate. I don't really know, but I wish they would be always shown as one single order. In the end, these 2 pieces of game parts, these 2 orders, one of them I made $6.13 profit, the other one $5.72 profit. So altogether about 12 bucks on that. Not the best deal ever, but not too bad either. And then this morning I woke up, there was another sale. It was for this this tool, which is called, it's a company called Airline Marine Products, and it's a wire stripper. I don't know if this is just a sort of a standard wire stripper, or if this is something that's specifically for aircraft or boats or something. But I got this at the Salvation Army not that long ago, less than a year ago, on June 28th of 2024. And I sold it yesterday. It was listed actually in July. So sold it yesterday for, what did I pay for it? I paid $3 for it, and I sold it for $19.99 plus $7.32 shipping. So we're going to get this packed up right now, and we'll see how much the shipping label costs and how much profit we made on it. So hold on for 1 second while I get some packing materials. Okay, we're back. I'm going to just wrap this in a little bit of bubble wrap. It's probably not necessary, but I've got it here, so I might as well use it. And then I'm just going to put it in this cardboard, sort of a piece of scrap that was laying around, and then I'm going to put all of this in an envelope. I forgot to request a porch pickup today, so I'm going to have to go out to the post office on my lunch break and deliver this stuff in person. I don't mind doing that really, but it's much more convenient to have the carrier pick this stuff up for me. And I haven't had any problems doing that for quite a long time. I did have some problems in the past, but I think those were problems that I caused myself. There were several times when my packages were not picked up, and I was blaming in my brain, I was blaming my carrier for just doing a bad job, but it turned out that there's a couple of different places on the USPS website where you can, if you have an account there, you can put an address in, your home address. And I changed it in one place, but for some reason I did not change it. I did not even know it existed. It didn't get changed in the second place. And then sometimes I was asking for pickups and they were going to our old apartment. Okay, I'm gonna buy this label right on here, right on the phone. Right here. Get a shipping label. This is exactly 1 pound, which is good. It's 12 inches by 6 by 2. And it costs $6.15. So let's purchase the shipping label. I'll put the $6.15 in here while that's happening. And then now we know we made $14.38 on this tool. Okay, save the label. I've saved it. Now I have to open the app that prints from my printer and then open that PDF that just came from eBay. It's connecting to Bluetooth right now. It's connected successfully. And then prints. So there we go. That's it for today. We've got a total of, let's see, how much profit did we make yesterday? Put this here. It's going to be about 130. $129.68. So that gives us an average profit per day during May of $76.40 and an average sale price of $18.34. So right now we're trying to get past $2,240. That's how much we made last May in 2024. We're trying to get past that. Like, this is my goal for the year, is to at least match how much I made each month last year. But we only have 9 or 10 days left this month, and we need to make another $789 to meet last year's profits. And I'm just not convinced we're going to do that. This month has been very slow. Many days that are like $10 and $12 and $15 profit days, and we need to be making over $80 or $90 a day. Right now, to meet that and to go over it, we need to be making at least $100 a day. And this month, just not happening. So I think this is going to be the first month where we don't exceed last year's profits. So we're going to just keep chugging along and hope that we do, but I don't think we're going to. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. A little bit truncated today, but hopefully we'll be back to normal tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.